आर्टिकल 19 का हनन करते हुए और हम लोगों को डिटेल सीआई में बताना चाह रहे हैं कि कब तक स्टूडेंट इन सरकारों की और इन पुलिस की लाठियों का शिकार होता रहेगा और ऐसी दिल्ली सरकार को हम कहना चाह रहे हैं भाई।
India has the youngest population on the planet. The average age here is exactly 29, but millions of those young people are stepping into an economy with soaring systemic youth unemployment, creating a highly volatile situation. That tension found a target when the Chief Justice of India's highest court compared the country's unemployed young people to insects, specifically cockroaches. A 30-year-old student named Abji Dipkir responded by launching the Cockroach Janata Party, a direct satirical parody of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling political establishment. A generation starved for economic opportunity aligned behind this banner immediately, moving the conversation from digital screens to the center of political discourse. This chart shows the speed of mobilization. In a single week, the movement's Instagram hit 22 million followers. To see the scale, look at the ruling party's main account down here. The parody movement reached double the state's audience in mere days. Gen Z fueled this surge with digital native tactics, flooding feeds with AI insect mascots, viral street art, and relentless trolling against established politicians. Dipkir's strategy focused on a specific metaphor. Cockroaches only swarm in places that are rotting. By identifying as cockroaches, these young people were highlighting a systemic decay within the government. By reclaiming the state's own dehumanizing language, the CJP transformed a viral meme into a political liability that forced the government to respond. The government's reaction was immediate and digital. They pulled down the CJP website and launched repeated hacking attempts against the movement's social media channels. After their X account was suspended, the movement launched a legal battle at the Delhi High Court to challenge what they characterized as blatant digital censorship. When the digital channels were choked, the frustration spilled into the streets. Protests moved to Jantar Mantar, the historic observatory in Delhi that has long served as a site for public dissent. Here, the movement took on a much more serious tone, as Sonam Wangchuk, known to the students as Sonam Sir, began a high-stakes hunger strike. While doctors estimated his safe fasting capacity at around 20 days, the strike pushed well past that mark, leaving him in a state of medical crisis. The attempt to erase a digital hashtag resulted in a desperate physical standoff with a human life hanging in the balance. Police responded by isolating the protest site. They used heavy steel barricades to seal off the streets, effectively turning the area into a controlled enclosure. Authorities deployed signal jammers to create a communication blackout, preventing protesters from sharing live updates, a tactic students compared to the total information control seen in North Korea. After a month of peaceful demonstration, the state used force. Police launched baton charges against the crowd, striking students as young as 17. Witnesses described a specific focus on young women in the crowd, reporting that male police officers tore their clothing and pinned them to the ground by their chests. The government set aside democratic norms of protest management, choosing instead to use physical trauma to disperse the cockroach rebellion. The teenagers who survived those baton charges are now left to navigate a trauma that outlasts their physical injuries. If these young women experience harassment in the future, it is unlikely they will turn to the police for help, having just experienced the police as their primary attackers.
The government did what I see, but it rose that was living. He wanted love, we know love. Get everybody gone back to the speculation. Everybody litigation. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
For these students, the state's reaction has rewritten their relationship with authority. The expectation of security has been replaced by a lived experience of state-sanctioned violence. By using force against its own youth, the government has moved the conflict beyond a digital meme. They have radicalized a generation of future voters against the institution of the police. This trajectory mirrors the 2012 India Against Corruption movement, which leveraged youth frustration to launch the Aam Aadmi Party, or AAP. The AAP successfully transitioned from a street protest into a major political force, though it later faced the same internal challenges and corruption allegations it once campaigned against. Abji Dipkir, a former AAP member himself, is now looking to that history to avoid the same pitfalls as the CJP moves forward. The movement now faces a choice: They must either remain a viral moment or build the organizational structure required to challenge the government at the polls. The intensity of the state's crackdown suggests they recognize a vulnerability. They are treating a digital parody as a force that could destabilize their hold on the next generation. And if history shows anything, it's that no matter how hard you stomp, cockroaches survive.